best friend. Didn't care about the rules, good on the weekends. I'll be in fools, drifting to deep space. So brave and so stupid, just like the movies. How it's gonna stay in the fight with you. Just thinking we would do this until we couldn't do it. Each and every high, every night with you. You and me so clueless. We were just broken, shattered, singing along to nothing matters. Stray around like nighttime rumors. We were in too deep, and you wanna swear.
Hello and good morning, guys. I hope you all are doing fabulous. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. I thought it would be fun to do something a little bit different, and we're going to kind of discuss the 5x5 method. Typically this method can be used for cleaning or decluttering. I think it's a super helpful method, especially for those people with either like ADHD, whether it's been diagnosed or not, or anybody basically with a short attention span. I think it is an incredibly helpful tool to use for those type of people. So I am one of those people that have a hard time focusing for a long time. I either get bored or distracted by something else, and so I have found this method very easy to use, and I thought I would share it with you guys. So it's basically cutting out 25 minutes of your day, 5 minutes at a time on 5 different spaces. So for instance, you could take your bedroom. You could use your bedroom as an example if you're wanting to declutter, and choose 5 different spaces in your bedroom to declutter. Now you could choose like nightstands, the closet, the dresser, making the bed, or you know, whatever that may take. I don't think that'll take 5 minutes, but you kind of get the concept. Even if you decided to use that 5 minutes to make the bed and like vacuum or something like that, and then use another 5 minutes to dust your room, but then kind of just using that to tackle every little space in your home. Like I said, I find it really helpful with like decluttering, because if you're working on something, say you're working on the junk drawer of all things, and you're kind of focusing on that drawer, you're focusing on it, and then something comes out of it that you need to put somewhere else, and then you move to that other place and realize, oh, I need to clean this spot too. So you start cleaning that spot, and then you totally forgot about your other space. So what this is going to do is teach you, or what today's video I'm hoping will do, is teach you guys a more an easier method, I guess, to help declutter your home and clean your home. Again though, today we are not decluttering, we are using the 5x5 method to clean. So I'm going to actually use it to basically prep. Say somebody is on their way to your house and you only have, you know, less than 30 minutes to get your house clean before they show up. So that's kind of where I'm focusing my attention more, on the 5x5 method. And then maybe someday we'll come back and do an actual decluttering video off of that method as well. But anyway, guys, I'm going to pick 5 areas in my home that need a quick tidy up, and we're going to go ahead and get those areas cleaned. And so first and foremost, you're going to want to start a timer. I'm just going to use my watch and set a 5-minute timer on there, so that way I know when 5 minutes is up, I'm done with that area and we're moving on. So that way I can focus all that 5 minutes and get as much done in the area that I can. And then once that 5 minutes is up, it's done, I'm moving on and moving away. So if you get overwhelmed or distracted, this is definitely the video for you. So I hope you will stay tuned for the entirety of it. Also, don't forget to hit that red subscribe button if you haven't already. We do a lot of different things around here, mainly kind of focusing on me being a stay-at-home mom. So if you are new, hi, welcome. I'm Tammy. I am a stay-at-home mom of 4 kiddos. My husband and I, it's been 3 years now, moved our family of 6 from Nebraska, where we have spent our entire lives, and moved down here to the central east coast of Florida, Volusia County, if you guys know. 3 years ago. So we have absolutely enjoyed living here. We love our home. We love the area. Everybody has just thrived so much. So anyway, a little bit more about me. I've been a stay-at-home mom for, oh goodness, 11 years now. I went back to work for about a year in that time, but since then I have been home. So I take that back. It has not been 11 years. It has been 13, almost 14. It'll be 14 years in September. Wow. I don't know where the time has gone. I feel incredibly blessed to have a husband that allows me to stay home. But yeah, so anyway, I use YouTube as a way to help not only myself, but to help you guys as well. I love filming for you guys, even though I did take a little bit of a break there at the beginning of this year, but I am back and we are ready. So again, my videos typically consist of just things I do as a mom. Cleaning motivation. We've been doing some baking, which I do have another bread machine video coming up for you guys. I cannot wait for that one. It is so fun. I also do a lot of cooking around here, and then when the time calls for it, we do some holiday decorating. I like to do arts and crafts and all the things. So if that's something that interests you, I hope you will subscribe and come along and join my YouTube family. I appreciate all of my loyal followers so much. You guys have no idea how much you mean to me. Enough that I get choked up about talking about you guys. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and start a timer now that I've chit-chatted a little bit much. That's another thing. If you're new, you will learn that your girl is a talker. So yeah, I don't have a whole lot of adult conversation outside of YouTube. So well, outside of my husband and my dad. So that's another thing about moving to Florida. We moved without family, other than my dad is down here, and so when he's available we do see him a few times. So anyway, like I said, let's go ahead. I need to zip it, start the timer, and get started on this little project that we have going on. So like I said, 5x5 method, and yeah, I need to stop talking because now I'm just rambling on. A last little look here before we move on to the cleaning. You guys, he was so tiny. We have so many tiny little baby lizards right now. It is absolutely insane. But anyway, guys, so the 5x5 cleaning method basically involves setting a timer. You can set it for 5 minutes, or you can set it for the entirety of 25 minutes. I personally think it's a little less overwhelming if you go 5 minutes at a time, doing 5-minute increments. But basically, you're going to spend those 5 minutes tidying or cleaning 5 different areas of your home. This technique is not my own. I did not come up with this. It was actually popularized by Steph from The Secret Slob. So if you're interested in more details, definitely look her up. But you're basically focusing on making small improvements to multiple areas rather than taking and looking at the task at large. It's just that way, like I said, it's just less overwhelming when you take things bit by bit, as opposed to, you know, seeing the whole project and being like, whoa, I have to do all of this. You know, and in my mind, I get so overwhelmed like that I have such a hard time even looking into getting a task done because there's such a bigger picture. But focusing on the smaller tasks at hand is so much easier. It makes things so less overwhelming, in my opinion. So it's a great way, like I said, to get a head start on cleaning or organizing without basically being overwhelmed. I think this is a great morning routine method to take a few minutes out of your morning, your schedule, and just try to tackle this. I've been trying to do it this summer. It's a little bit hard with everybody being home, but I really like to keep my home presentable. It just helps keep my mind at ease. When my home is less chaotic, my mind is less chaotic. So I like to basically do what I'm doing in today's video and check out 5 different places in my home that need to be kind of tidied up or cleaned up. So that's what we're going to do again in today's video. I am just starting in the bedroom. I feel like this is a great place to start. Alrighty, so we're done with the bedroom. We are now moving on to the bathroom. And as you can see here, I have all of my products ready to go, so that way it doesn't take away from the 5 minutes. I just have a few things here because I know that I'm not going to be able to do a full bathroom clean, and that's not the point of this video. We are literally just, you know, cleaning surfaces and making it presentable. So again, we have 5 minutes. You know, the other thing I like about this is that it doesn't necessarily have to be just because someone's coming over. Say you only have a few minutes in your time, you know, in your busy schedule before work, before bed, before anything really, and you only have those 5 minutes to focus on one area. So that's the beauty of this. That's kind of where the cleaning comes into play, because you can really touch any surface and make things presentable and get them pretty tidy and clean in just 5 minutes, especially if you already kind of keep up on your house. Kind of like my house, we pretty much keep up on things around here, and so typically our decluttering spots or our cluttered spots are all in my drawers, because your girl has secrets too. Whether it's drawers, closets, anywhere that can hide, your girl has skeletons. So not everything is as you can see on the outside, but anyway, we're gonna go ahead, get this bathroom tackled. So you already know what time it is. We're gonna have to set the watch here for 5 minutes. 5 minutes are on the clock, so let's get moving. I am very much a note taker, and I feel like in this situation, maybe it'd be good to write down, take notes, and write down basically a to-do list for each little space. To me, it helps keep the organization of things. It helps keep me going and motivated and knowing what I need to get done, but without overwhelming myself. So for instance, like we just did the bedroom, I basically got the bed made and vacuumed. I did dust a little bit, but I didn't do a full dust. Basically just, you know, the nightstands and the headboard like you saw. Now, if I wanted to, I probably could have went through and dusted everything else as well, but that probably would have added another 10 to 15 minutes or so. And I'm not trying to make a big to-do of this. This is not a deep clean. It's literally just a quick wipe down, presentable, get things picked up, make my brain feel less chaotic. You know what I mean? So anyway, in the bathroom, I'm basically just doing the same kind of concept, wiping everything down as far as the vanity and the toilet, cleaning the toilet, and then just putting out like a new hand towel, and then making sure to shake out the rugs and vacuum that area. Once we move on to the living room and the kitchen, and then in today's video, I'm going to do the dining room as well. So basically, ours is a dining room, y'all understand. Our table tends to be a catch-all in that space, and so I do just want to kind of declutter that and get that wiped down. Kitchen, you know, just making sure that you're getting the dishes done and wiping the counters down, or decluttering the counter if you have time to do all that. So again, we're just tackling the simple things, the visual things that you can see, not necessarily moving anything around or anything like that, just what you can see with your eyes as soon as you walk in the room. Those are the things we want to fix or declutter or tidy up. You know, that all kind of helps play and fit in within that 5 minutes. And so it makes it a little easier to tackle each thing without, you know, going through. Once you start moving things, then it's like, okay, then I start to feel overwhelmed. Then I start realizing, whoa, there is way more to do here than I thought. Alrighty guys, so I am out of time, but I need to put the rugs back down, so I'm going to take a few seconds to do that. I don't think that's a big deal. You know, if you run out of time, it is what it is. If you have the extra few seconds to go ahead and, you know, I understand if you need to finish something. You know what I mean? Like, and besides the fact, I'm not there with you. I'm not gonna judge what you do with your time. I'm just trying to give you guys some help to kind of tackle the areas in your home, because I know that I'm not the only one that struggles with cleaning and getting distracted. So, bathroom is done. Again, we just did some light work. I just need to take my tools out. Of course, your girl turned on the diffuser because I wanted to smell amazing in here. The other thing, it also helps it makes the house more inviting when it smells good. You know, especially if you've been like cooking with fry oil or bacon or anything like that, it will make your house not smell so great. So lighting a candle, using the diffuser, anything to just kind of freshen the air and make it seem inviting is a bonus. So anyway, bathroom is done. I need a drink of water and then we'll move on to our next space. Alrighty guys, we are moved on to a new space now. As you can see, we have a sink full of dishes. We have some stuff on the counter and whatnot from a video that I just filmed for you guys. So I'm going to put 5 minutes on the clock for the kitchen, and then I think I'm also going to clean up the dining room. I have some stuff on the counter or on the table that I want to get cleaned off and get that all wiped down and whatnot. So I think what I'm actually going to do is put 10 minutes on the clock for this area because I'm going to do, honestly, it'll probably be a little bit more than 5 minutes to get all this kind of cleaned up and put away, especially because I need to hand wash these pots right here behind me. And then it'll only take a few minutes though for the dining area. So I'm going to combine the 5 minutes in this space. Again, this is your time. I'm just trying to give you the little tips and tricks that I do. And so do whatever works for you. If you need a little bit of extra time in a certain area, steal it from another area. And try to move around your minutes that way and make it work for you, because again, this is your house. So not this house, the house you live in. Y'all know what I mean. Anyway guys, 5 minutes on the clock, let's go, because we are in a time crunch because it is almost supper time and your girl has to get some Texas Roadhouse rolls in the bread machine. So anyway, let's go ahead and just jump right into this. Again, I gotta get the dishes done. The dishes are the main focus in here, and then wiping down the counters, and then we'll move into the dining area, get that space cleaned up. It's a little bit decluttered with some items that I have over there, and so I want to get that cleared up, the table wiped down, the chairs wiped down, and then hopefully we have enough time to at least vacuum the floors. If not, I know after dinner they'll get done anyway. So right now, that is my focus though, so let's go ahead and get started. So today's kitchen is definitely busier or messier than normal, purely just because, you know, I made some donuts earlier, which if you guys are interested in seeing that recipe, that will be coming out in my next video, which is a bread machine video. I know that you guys seem to like the last one, so I thought I would do it again. You guys ask, I give. I also am just having so much fun with my bread machine that I thought I would share that with you guys. So I love it. I love to help you guys out and, you know, yeah, share all the things. So again, the kitchen's a little bit messier than normal. I did end up actually taking, I think, closer between the kitchen and the dining room, closer to like 12-13 minutes as opposed to doing 5 and 5. But sometimes you just feel like you need to finish the task, and that's okay too. You know, I feel like this plan or this method is very liquid. You don't have to be fully into just the 5 minutes. I mean, you can and you can't, I guess. I don't know. I feel like there are some tasks that I can just be done after 5 minutes. I'm just done with it, and that helps my brain as long as it's cleaned up, it's tidy, whatever. But there are other things that I need to see the task out, and the kitchen is one of those things. So I didn't fully finish everything. I didn't wash the dishes. I only loaded the dishwasher. You know, I didn't get the floors done, but I do know that later on in the day that the floors will be done. So little tasks like that, although I didn't get them done, I didn't see the project complete in an entirety in that sense, because that's the big overwhelming picture of it, as opposed to doing the little tasks in between, you know, doing the dishes, or unloading and loading the dishwasher. That's a little task. And then wiping the counters down, that's a little task. You know, so those are just the little tasks that I decided to tackle, as opposed to, you know, having the full, big, huge task of making sure the entire kitchen is cleaned up. So those are some things, just, you know, kind of a little idea or tips to give you, I guess, an idea of how to make this method work for you. Again, it is just a method. I don't know, my brain, I get distracted very easily, and so I will start one project and move to another, and so that, that happens a lot. And so for me, the 5x5 method kind of helps, it kind of helps slow that down, or it helps me focus on certain areas at certain times, as opposed to going like just, I don't know, AWOL on it, I guess, if you will. So hopefully this is helpful for you guys. Like I said, I know it's helpful for me, and so I like to share things with you guys that are helpful. Sometimes I go full on just talkative Tammy. Today's video is very talkative, so I appreciate y'all for being here and listening. But I also am trying to share, I guess, a little bit more education, if you will, in today's video, as opposed to, you know, just full on chit-chatting, but I still enjoy you guys. Okay, so I didn't quite make it, you guys. I probably went over by like 2 minutes, and as you can see, I didn't even get the dishes washed, so but I got the counters cleared, the space cleared off, the table cleared off, and most of the dirty dishes are in the dishwasher. So what I would do at this time, if I have somebody coming over, I would probably take another few minutes to wash the dishes, honestly. But I would first make sure that all my other spaces are done in those 5 minute, like doing the 5 minute increments first, and save the hand wash dishes for later, because I'm going to be honest, we all use dishes, we all know it, and these few items are not going to make or break somebody coming to my house. Most often, people are not going to come to your house and say, oh my gosh, did you see so-and-so's dishes sitting in their sink? Holy crap-oly. And in reality, they're probably not going to say a whole lot about your house anyway, being cluttered, or not, your bed not made, or whatever. If you have some extra hair on your bathroom counter, most people are not going to say anything. Most people are not going to judge you off of that space. So if they do, they don't matter. You know, what is that saying? Those who mind don't matter, and those who matter won't mind. So I know that I would never go into your space and judge you. That is your home. You do with it as you want. Just like I would hope you would never come into my home and judge me for my dirty dishes or the potential cat hair that's lying around. So anyway, guys, kitchen is done for the most part. Like I said, I didn't get around to the floors. I didn't think I was going to. For today's instance, I already know that my kids will be doing the floors here tonight anyway after dinner, and so I'm not as concerned about that, but I still need to move on to the living room. I am going to be honest, I wish I had a robot vacuum right at the moment. That would save me some time. I wouldn't have to vacuum or mop, because I could have that little sucker going around my house cleaning the floors to make them presentable. So hopefully nobody is looking too closely at my floors. Y'all aren't eating off the floors, hopefully, anyway. So anyway, let's set another timer and get moved on into the living room. Alrighty guys, we are working our way down to the last 5 minutes here. As you can tell, we are in the living room, and so I just need to tidy up in here. We're gonna make sure that we tidy up the couch and that space. I think I'll probably bring the vacuum out, vacuum the couch real quick. Fancy, tidy up the couch, and get that done. And then I don't know if I'll have time to wipe down the table and the end table and that or not. I would like to, but we'll just see what we have time to do. I do want to vacuum the floors as well though. So this one's going to take, I feel like I don't have a whole lot to do in here in that 5 minutes, but those couple items could take a good 5 minutes. So you guys would be surprised how quickly 5 minutes goes by when you're trying to get as much done as possible. I know it can all be done. It's just, you just got to move quickly and focus on basically the chore at hand, because if you get distracted in any way, your 5 minutes are going to be blown. So I guess that's kind of what is helpful about this 5 minutes. Like I said, you know, you can focus for 5 minutes on one task before moving on to the other. So for instance, in this room, I know there's other things that need to be done. But again, we're just going to do just a few things, basically to make the living room presentable and clean and tidy for the time being. This is not deep cleaning, anything like that. Obviously you cannot deep clean in 5 minutes, at least I can't. So yeah, I can barely tidy in 5 minutes, but we're gonna try to get this living room put together now, and get this house finished up, so yeah, it can be destroyed again. Anyway, let's set the timer. We'll get the timer on the watch here. And we're at the races. So as we clean the living room, I do just want to kind of go over a final recap of how the 5x5 method works. Basically, you're going to want to start by choosing your zones, selecting 5 different areas of your home or areas within your room in your home that needs attention. Step 2 would be setting a timer, making sure you set that timer for either a 25 minutes or, in my opinion, I think it's easier to go 5x5 or 5 minutes at a time, as opposed to have a full plate of 25 minutes. So that would probably be kind of up to you on whether you want to do 5 minutes at a time or a full 25 minutes, whatever helps you the most. So anyway, step 3, working, like I said, for 5 minutes. This kind of falls into what I was just saying, but focusing for 5-minute intervals, focusing on cleaning and organizing one of the areas you choose. And then once you finish that 5 minutes, moving on to the next area, which goes into step 4, switching the areas. So once your timer goes off, it's time to stop, move on to the next area, and then just keep repeating the cycle until you get through that full 5 minutes. So again, step 5, repeat the cycle, continue the process until all 5 areas have been cleaned and organized, or whatever process that you're working on, even if it is just cleaning as opposed to organizing, or doing the declutter method as well. You guys will have to let me know if you would like to see a declutter method of this. I would be happy to share that with you guys. But anyway, I hope this video was helpful for you. We're gonna go ahead and finish out and get this living room kind of just finished up here. So yeah. Alrighty guys, that's going to be it for today's video. I hope that it was helpful for you or motivational for you to tackle some spaces in your home. Let me know if you have any questions about the 5x5 ways of cleaning. If you're interested, let me know if you'd like a decluttering version of this video. I would be happy to do that because Lord knows I have plenty of places that need to be decluttered. So anyway, you guys, I hope again that everybody is having a great summer. Don't forget to come back. We have some more videos coming your way. One of them being another bread machine recipe video, and then I have some more deep cleaning here in the living room to get done. So you're definitely not going to want to miss it. Hit that red subscribe button. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, and I hope you all stay happy, healthy, and safe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.